Hi guys. Um, so it's been the busiest couple weeks of my life, as I'm sure I keep telling you. Which is actually not true. I mean, I could think of worse things, like when I defended my dissertation, but this ranks up there. Um, so sorry if you can hear the space heater. So we have a tiny little fireplace thing down here, and I have it on full blast because it's pretty cold here. I have on my beautiful mittens that my mom made me. So awesome for fall. I'll probably wear these through November, and then, I don't know, I probably will never take them off. I love them so much. Yeah, so I have a lot to do today. I have 150 skeins of the Darn Good yarn to do because it was Halloween and we ended up meeting up with my sister to kind of just watch a little movie with the baby, and he dressed up and went to just a couple houses. They had like these candy chutes where they put the candy at the top of the banister and it like slid down to the kids, and then some of them just had like baskets put out. So I think he hit like 4 or 5 houses, got a load of candy, and then we just went home and watched a movie. But I was so tired, so was everybody else. Like, we were gonna play a game and then like none of us could make it. But it was late, so we went home and kind of relaxed and took a nap. And then I got back up and I worked until, I don't know, like 1 a.m. And then I started watching the Hallmark movies. I don't know if anybody started to watch the Hallmark Christmas movies, but it's like a thing. I have to watch them all. I never could really watch them. Like, they were always in the background while I was working. But now I can actually sit and watch them while I like twist up yarn or do something. So I'm really excited. So I've been watching them. More of the premiere, I think Cranberry Christmas, and there was one more I didn't get to see last night, but I taped it. Let me know if you guys are watching them or if you like them. They weren't that great last year. They seemed kind of thrown together and almost like they just didn't put that much thought into them. And this year, like, they're really great. Like, they've been some really cute, really nice movies. So me and my mom are watching them. We were just really upset last night because I haven't seen Samantha too much. We've been so busy making the advents that even though she's right down the block, I've been stuck in the dye studio and she's been stuck at home doing her charms, and we just haven't really gotten to see each other that much. So I'm glad to kind of get them out tomorrow and be done with them. So they're in a huge box right here. All I have to do tonight is just label the bags, put them in the bags, go grab the charms from her, and then box them all up. So I think what's going to happen is my personal advent, the blue one that had the snowflakes, it's yarn only, is going to go out tomorrow, and then the woolen winter will probably go out on the 3rd. So that way we don't have so many boxes taking over the house. I don't think we can really fit that many. And I couldn't package them like ahead of time. I have to do them at the last minute because there's nowhere to put them while they sit. So even though all the skeins are done and everything's been done, they have to be packaged last minute. So, but that's okay. I mean, it takes quite a bit of hours, but I'm usually up really, really, really late, so it'll be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna package those. I'm really happy with how everything turned out, and this is really hot tea. The Halloween advents, there was a girl named Savannah. She's Savannah Stitches on Instagram. Made this beautiful shawl out of the minis. So every day that she opened one for October, for the 13 scares of October, she literally knitted one every day and made a shawl. And it looks gorgeous. And she broke it up with like a black kind of dark color. It's like wavy, but really gorgeous. And she was nice enough to share a picture with me. She said she'd share it when it was done too, so maybe I'll follow up with her after she blocks it. I'll see if she's willing to share another picture. But it was really beautiful, and she grouped the colors together. Like, she had the darker ones down the bottom, and like some of the crazier colors just in between those darker colors. So, really nice. My mom has them like hanging up over there. I'm not sure what she's gonna do with them yet, but she's thinking of some things. Just to show you a little bit of knitting. She's making the habitation throw, which now I'm kind of obsessed with and I want to make. But she's using all her patron minis. Look, this is Virtue, Reclaimed. This is Turquoise and Terracotta. This is Little Red Truck. So she's doing a fabulous job. Look at this, look at the charms. All the Nancy charms are on there from like the first month of Nancy Drew, The Secret of the Old Clock. But yeah, she's making it out of all the patron minis. Which, by the way, I have your patron minis soaking. I'll be dyeing them up tonight. They'll either go out tomorrow or the next day. You'll have them by the first week of November. I apologize. I always try to get them out like, I don't know, like 3 days before the month ends. And then it was Halloween and Halloween Advents. And I was really swamped. But you usually get them around the 1st to the 5th, I think, for that previous month. Because even if I mail them around the 30th or whatever, they usually come that couple days after. Your minis will be, I think it's Pumpkin Pickin', Sunflower, Sunsets, and Raven. Those are 3 that you haven't received yet. If I'm wrong, I might be wrong. But I don't think so. I think that's what it is. And you'll receive, start receiving Christmas ones in December. Well, end of November into December. Probably for the next 2 months, since there's like 7 of them, the colorways. So yeah, I'll do the patron minis. Got lots of my darn good yarn to do. I'm really loving this new Gogh Swirls colorway for darn good yarn. I had originally thought, let me make it easier on myself and I'll do a speckled colorway to start. So I did the Peace Love Yarn colorway, and I thought, oh, I gotta do speckle it. Super easy. It turns out after like pounds and pounds of dye are used, it just becomes a nightmare because it's like flying through the air, it's all over the pots, and it just becomes a major hassle to try and control it. So it ended up like being harder to do the speckled colorway than it was this one, which is just like a dark navy blue on one side and then lighter blue splotches with like blue and silver speckles on the other side. This one, I just make a large pitcher of dye and it lasts for many, many, many dye pots, and it's been so much easier. It's probably what I should have done when I was in the middle of doing Advents. I mean, we've already got them, the first batch done and twisted up and tagged. So, hindsight's 20/20. You guys like my knitted mug? I gave this to my mom like, I don't know, quite a few years ago. I don't know if I gave it to her when I was in New Jersey or if I found this in South Carolina. I can't remember. But yeah, like one Christmas season I gave her this mug from Starbucks because it looked knitted. This was before I knitted or did anything. I put cream in my tea this time. Sometimes I do that. It's really delicious. So I've started a new project, or should I say my mom did, because she cast them on for me. I've been just having like a really bad few days with I don't know if, I'm not sick, but like my allergies are on and off because like we keep opening the windows and then closing them, and it's making me like really not be able to get the allergies under control. And I just feel super, super cold. It's like I'm wondering if it's like because we came from South Carolina and now we're here and we don't get this cold until like, I don't know, February. And we get this, like, we get cold for like 2 seconds. Like, I don't remember like winter being like super long. And it's not even that cold out right now. It's like in the 40s. But I just can't get warm. The tea helps. I think I'm just really tired. And so like when I get really fatigued, like I just can't seem to get my stuff together. Okay. But anyway, I'll be fine. I'm getting plenty of sleep, even though I'm sleeping on a switch schedule. I will switch it back probably because the Advents won't require me to stay up all night. And I'll have to because we're moving, which I'll tell you a little bit more about after the knitting segment here. Oh, I wanted to show you the cast on first. That's right. So my mom casted these on, well, one on last night. Oh. She casted me on a little ribbed section for, and I did maybe like 2 rows, for one of the fingerless mittens. Except I'm doing mine in pond skating. So I think last time I told you guys this, I told you I wanted to make it fingerless mittens. So now I just have one casted on. So we're making progress, and it's coming out really pretty. It has like those like pops of blue right there that are really gorgeous. And it does remind me of like a frozen pond. So I'm just loving this color. So I'm excited because my coat is blue. And I thought these would look really gorgeous with my beautiful blue coat. Because I had gotten a coat when I was like doing all my interviews in the winter, and I had to go to Nebraska and do all that for an interview, and I got this gorgeous like blue coat, petticoat that like flares out at the bottom, and it's adorable. It looks like a little, what's it called? A peplum almost. You ever seen a peplum top, like the bottom of a peplum top? That's what the bottom of the coat looks like, and it flares out a little. So it's adorable. And I think it'll go great with those gloves. And this hat that I'm about to show you, that you've seen. So this is that snowman hat. Sorry, I got some bling on there. It's a pine cone, and then a snowflake by Samantha. But this is coming out great, I think. The blue doesn't show up on the camera as well. So there's like a really nice ice blue, which you can probably see in the picture with the skein, that comes through all over the place here. You can kind of see the speckle right there. But there is an ice blue throughout the hat, and I think this is going to go really good with the gloves and my coat. And I'm definitely going to get a pom-pom. I've only gotten like 2 rounds done on this since the last time we spoke, but I am happy with how the cables are coming out. They're a nice little twist right now. And I'm very happy with the seed stitch. It's something I haven't mastered before. Like I was always off on one row and then the whole thing would be off and it would be a nightmare. So this has been much better. So, and if you don't know, that is the Wonderwood beanie by Tristan Molina, who does Dragon Horde Yarns. I think I'm going to, like I've said before, cut down a few rows, make it more tight-fitting rather than a slouchy beanie, and put a pom-pom on it. Okay. Not sure the logistics of that, though, you know? It's fingering weight yarn. I wonder if it's gonna hold up with the pom-pom. We'll see. I'll have to judge that when I get closer and try it on. I'm finishing this for my mom. She got to the lace section and just really lost her knitting mojo on this one. This is what I'm wearing. The Age of Gold shawl. And see how I have the pumpkin spice here and the toasted pumpkin seed. she's doing the inverse, and she did the pumpkin spice here. So this is pretty cool too, because it's like a darker shawl, and the contrasting color is the toasted pumpkin seed. I kind of like, I don't know, tell me what you guys think is your favorite. I really like the light, but to be honest, I think when this is, like, I like the light main color, I guess I would just gravitate more towards that, but I am really liking the dark. Although I've never had somebody order, so I have Age of Gold shawl kits in the shop, and I've never had somebody order the dark as a main color yet. So maybe that's just, we like to go light from dark to dark, I don't know. But maybe once people see this, they'll see how nice it is. So I've started the fans. That's not exactly what they're called, but that's what I'm calling them. A couple of them are messed up, so she had some issues with her yarn overs section. So there's like a setup row where you set up the yarn overs that you're going to drop in the next section to make these little fanned out things here, and she had been missing some yarn overs, so some of the fans are a little bit smaller than others, but that's okay. We'll get through it. But it's looking good. I'm sorry I'm in the middle of a row. I can't fan it out for you. But I will be taking pictures on the making update. So you'll get to see it then. Maybe I'll try to finish a row before I actually show it. We'll see if I can manage to finish a row. I feel like I've gotten no knitting in the last couple weeks. I might be binding off my bandana cowl soon. Again, in the middle of a row, sorry. But you can actually see it quite well, this one. I mean, it's meant to be like this anyway, so. I've gotten quite a few inches back here. Like I said, I was kind of just ad-libbing where I wanted it to be. I probably will start binding off now, because it's like a little kerchief. It's gonna kind of scrunch around my neck and hang. If I go any further, it might like go around my shoulders. I don't know. I'm trying to picture how it will lay. I think when it's around my shoulder and it's kind of scrunched up like this, it's going to be like a little kerchief, like really cute and pretty. So I think that's maybe what I'll do. So I'm going to do a few more rounds and then I'll bind off. And this is in that Sunflower Sunsets colorway. Really liking the mohair. It's really soft. And this has been really nice to knit and fast because it's just knitting in the round for most of the part. So, and then I did all the decreases, so I just knit the round for a couple rows at the end to kind of get a little more length on there. So I won't pull this out because you guys have you've seen what I've done, and I have my latest on the front here. This is that Hawk Run Hollow you haven't seen in a while. I had done some of July and some of August, and I had so many plans to do a little bit of this stitching per month on the given month that we were on. I did not get to do October. The advents were so overwhelming that I actually did not get to stitch very much. Maybe I did that Witch's Brew, so that was a miracle in itself. But that was like an easy stitch that I knew I really wanted to finish for Halloween. And I stopped there. I thought, why stress myself out? I'm doing the advents. I couldn't fit much more in a given day because I was in the dye studio all day. So I was like, let me just start this after they're done. So what I'll do is probably start November and December. Or maybe even I'll skip November and start December in November so that it's done by December. I haven't decided, but I am going to pick this back up as soon as the advents are out. And I am doing the other Christmas one that I had started. I may even do another one in this series. Remember this one? It's got the snowflake border. This is going to be like a red barn. I'll remind you of what that looks like. And this is probably going to be a quick one. It's Little Red Barn by Little House Needleworks, and they have a whole series, which a friend had gifted us the rest of the series, so I may add to this because my mom gave me hers. She didn't like this fabric. I forget what it's called. Country Mocha or something. I don't know, but she didn't like the fabric and she didn't like stitching on it, so she gave me hers, and I think I can fit another one in this series on the other fabric. And of course I have it in the Little Red Barn bag. This is an old Sammy Sews bag, which she used to sew bags. Isn't that adorable with the little patch on it? So yeah, I'll probably do those over the next couple months. I want to pick up my Victorian Mansion again, because I never got to do that either. That'll be something I think I'm just going to randomly kind of stitch away at when I feel brave, because it has so many color changes. This is my Nantucket piece. It's coming out really great. Again, I haven't gotten to do any stitching. But I do miss stitching on this, particularly because it's on Lugana. And I didn't know I loved Lugana this much, but now that I know, oh, never going back. This is in an Aggie's bag. She made this adorable little Grinch bag with this pom-pom. So cute. Switched over all my bags. So yeah, that'll be what I work on. I really want to work on those mittens now. They're like calling to me, but I have way too much yarn to dye. So I have a week to get out 450 more skeins of the Darn Good yarn, and then we're moving. Oh, so I wanted to tell you about the moving. We are moving on Saturday. We've reserved a truck, and we have some friends that are helping. I don't think we're going to just be able to move and get right in there and start unpacking. I think I need to get a certain amount of Darn Good yarn out before I can move the studio. Another problem is it's a big house compared to the one we furnished before, and I also was not an indie dyer before, and I did not have tables that will allow me to dye the yarn. Like right now my parents are nice enough to let me use their dining room, and I've turned it into a little studio, and I have everything I need in there, but I'm getting an actual room, like a studio now of my own, and I need tables and all to be able to function in that room, and we don't have them yet. So I'm not sure how that's going to go with moving the dye studio from here to there. I may have to wait or go buy a table immediately. I'm going to talk to John about maybe ordering something fairly quickly, because I'm going to need something like the second we get in there. And I don't know what kind of table I'm going to get. A lot of people get like those industrial like kitchen tables almost. Like if you've ever seen like the inside a restaurant kitchen, it's like those gray tables, silverish, that they get. I know a lot of dyers use them. I have no idea what mine will be like. I've tried to give it some thought and like look around, but it's just been hard. So, and we didn't even know we were getting the house until like last week, so everything's been kind of like touch and go with planning. I didn't want to plan too much and be really excited and then something fall through with the financing, so we really waited to kind of dream big until like it all came through. So John works for a liquor store which he manages. He's the accounts manager there, and the reps always give like something if they bring in a certain amount of like a certain product, and they're giving away a fire pit, so we're thinking we might get a fire pit for outside, which we're really excited about because the backyard is pretty epic. I did work on your behind the scenes video. The video was filmed by John because he walked around and did like a whole thing of the new house. Of course, there's no furniture or anything in it, but it'll let you see, like, what we're moving into and, like, what our plans are. So I'll have that video out to you probably today with this vlog. Other than that, you're going to get to see them move. Like, I'm going to film a lot. So the vlogs will have probably a good amount of content for the next month or two as I unpack and I try to figure out where everything's going and we decorate. And we form the dye studio so you guys can see, like, what the dye studio is going to look like. So I'm really excited about that. I feel like with COVID, I struggle, like, with what I'm doing. I feel like I wake up and it's Groundhog Day every day. Like, I dye the yarn, I make dinner, or John makes dinner, and then I twist more yarn and repeat. Sometimes I get to knit. Like, that's all I've been showing you guys. And I apologize, but that's life, you know? And that's what it's all about. I mean, I hope everybody else is kind of doing the same thing, because honestly, I've kind of really enjoyed just doing my thing while I'm here. I've never gotten to really sit and do what I enjoyed until now, so it's been really nice. And I hope you enjoy, like, the journey. Like, you guys, some of you have been with me, like, since literally day one, and I think it's interesting to, like, watch from day one till now, even in just a couple months, how far Wool and Women Fibers came, and how busy I got, like, almost immediately, which is pretty amazing, because it's like a miracle going from an unemployed doctor to all of a sudden, like, I just have so much work that I can't catch up, which is awesome. But it's only temporary, and I will get sleep right after the Advents go out, so, and I couldn't be more excited to be this busy, so thank you. It's like a real dream come true. I'm excited to see where it's going to go from here. Like, I'm hoping it just keeps growing, and I'm starting to see people, like, with knitted up Wool and Women Fibers, which is pretty cool, and their projects, and it's just been a real dream. Really wonderful. So, oh, I forgot to tell you, I still haven't blocked my beater shawl. I know. The reason it's staring at me is, like, right over there. I will have to block that as soon as the Advents go out. So probably, like, Wednesday. I'm going to block that for sure, because I want to wear it. Okay, so I hope you have a good week. I hope this starts your week off right. And if you're making anything, please send it to me. Remember, I love to see what you're making. Please send me pictures. And I'm going to form another knit night. It may be, like, in a house of Discord, since I'll be moving, but I'll have another knit night. Or maybe it'll be here again, because my mom will want to get on. And she can always get on her own, but maybe that would be cool to, like, be in two different places for once. But yeah, there will be another knit night. It'll be towards the end of the month, like it usually is. I'll have to work around Thanksgiving, so we'll see. I'll probably do a poll on this one because of Thanksgiving. I don't know what you guys are doing with COVID and all. We're still going to have Thanksgiving dinner because we live with each other, so we've been around each other constantly. We've limited contact, so we probably will still have Thanksgiving dinner just with the immediate family right here. But I don't know if you guys, and I'm so sorry if you're not seeing family. If you're not seeing family, let me know. Like, I will get you on Skype and you will be a part of our Thanksgiving dinner. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, let me know. Because it's COVID, but we can still Skype. And we can still, or Zoom, whatever it is. We can still be virtual. So, let me know. You could buy a rotisserie or do something and then sit and you can eat with us. Like, it'll be awesome. So, just DM me if you want to have Thanksgiving dinner with us. So, I will send out that poll, I'll send out the behind the scenes video, and hopefully life will get back on track as soon as that gigantic box is gone. So, and I'll take little clips of me putting them together tonight. They'll all be in black and white, of course, but It'd be kind of cool to see it, I think. So I'll send those out on Instagram, so keep an eye out, okay? All right, have a great week and happy making. Bye.
Look at all that candy.
Whoa! Reese's! Reese's for Mama!